talking about what's going on in Syria and what's going on in the world. There's so much going on, and once in a while we like to check in with people who are smart voices. Scottie Hughes is a conservative journalist, a news director, spokeswoman, and chief contributor for the Tea Party News Network. She's got a new book out called Raw, The New Conservative Woman Speak Out. Please welcome Scottie to Dominick on the Air. How you doing, Scottie?
I am doing fabulous. Thanks for having me, and I'm here in New York City, actually.
Oh, okay.
I know, and which is amazing because the UN is still here. Right now, Prime Minister Netanyahu is just finishing up his speech, and I'm sitting here going, oh, Lord, I'm saying lots of prayers for us right now.
I tell you,
he brought the fire.
Isn't he a great leader? I mean, can he run for president? I mean, Barack's from Kenya, so he ran for president. Can't he run for president just because he's born in Israel or something?
I have to tell you, I mean, he has definitely shown some leadership, and he has definitely not held any punches on this one. He has already been swinging against Hamas. He says, we're tired. We're going to tell the truth of what you're doing. And he called everybody up to you, and I was very happy to hear his speech.
Yeah, I got to tell you. So now, listen, Scottie, I got to ask you because I know the Tea Party. I've spoken in front of Tea Party rallies. Chris, I don't know this, but tens of thousands of people there, Chris. I've spoken in front of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
By the way, that's
very
Chris
nice.
Quant and Jeannie Sigler is here with us, Scottie. Listen,
Hi, guys.
Here's the question. You belong to the Tea Party, right?
Yes, I do. It's an interesting thing, but yes, I am very, very much a conservative Tea Party fan.
How can you be a member of that terrorist organization? It's practically the Ku Klux Klan. Scottie, you're being called right on the line. How can you be a member of that prejudice, the racist, the Tea Party? Everything that's bad with the world is the Tea Party.
Don't you love how they demonize this? I mean, they're sitting there taking, if you're a racist, a homophobe, someone who kicks grannies in the streets, they've combined it together and made a Tea Party. They call you a Tea Party person. But the truth is, the Tea Party was refounded 5 years ago based on two things: limited government and fiscal responsibility. Since then, we've added on protecting the constitutional rights and securing our borders. But those are really the four principles. None of that has to do with really social issues. And that is the common misconception we have here within the Tea Party. So it's just about a rebranding, getting the truth out about what the Tea Party truly is.
Yeah. There can be gay Tea Party people, you know. There could be a whole bunch of different types of Tea Party people, right?
Absolutely. I think we might have lost her, actually. I think.
Did we lose Scottie?
Yeah, I think we had a solid connection there, and I think she's gone.
That connection was so freaking
it was
good,
strong.
and whenever it's that good, I just think to myself, why is that connection so good? We'll try to reconnect with. We try to reconnect with
the government. Government's trying to. She's a Tea Party. The government's trying to cut her off.
I think that's exactly what happened. Oh, it's
the NSA. I promise you, the NSA has me bugged. De Blasio knows I'm in New York and assigned me my own throne.
No, Scottie, it's because you're a woman. That's why.
That's it. That's right.
And also, Scottie's a heterosexual.
That's
Bad
right.
point.
So
when at least we don't. We'll check that out later. I'll be checking that out personally.
Woman with a man's name. That's the dangerous part.
That's why my mother gave me that name. And talking about going from everything from the Tea Party, we go into sexism, which is what the latest assault has been. And I don't know why that would be. Why would we want to sit here and make it seem like our entire culture is sexist? Why would we want everybody to think that the only way that we could solve this horrible issue of sexism that we have here in this country, could it be by electing a female president?
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if anybody's running for president that happens to be a female.
Yeah. Well, you know what's something that got me, Scottie, and we haven't even talked about Syria or the new book yet, but we'll get there. But the thing that got me is I'm watching all this thing on TV, and all these women are like, oh, we want equal pay for equal work, and it's not going on. And one lady screaming, we get 73% and you get $1. It's not fair. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. What the hell are they talking about? From what I understand, if I'm a barber and I'm getting $10 an hour, and then a female barber is hired, she gets $10 an hour, that's equal pay for equal work. What are they talking about? I'm a male barber, I get $1 an hour, and you're a female barber, you get 70 cents an hour. What are they talking about? Do you have any idea?
I do, and here's going to be interesting. Let me tell you this. Maybe you haven't realized this yet. I imagine you're probably a very nice, warm-blooded, all-American male, so you might know this.
You left out sexy. You left out sexy, Scotty.
Sexy, all-American male. There is a difference between men and women. Oh my gosh, God made us differently, or whoever you want to believe made it. Even if you don't believe in God. I believe in God. I believe He made us differently.
Oh.
And you want to sit there, yes, women get paid less, but there's a reason why. Because, and you have to understand, these numbers are coming from an overall average.
Right.
Well, the majority of women have children. I know that's hard to think about. And the majority of women take off time to have their children.
But Scotty bringing facts into it again.
Yeah.
I know, novel concept. The majority of women who have families, which are the majority of Americans, American females in the workplace that have families, will sacrifice a bit of their pay to have the flexibility to stay at home with their child or go to a school play, because that's what we choose. Or we have taken a choice not to go up the career ladder so that we could make time for our family at this place in the game and stage in life. That's the facts of life. So yes, we have chosen, and that's why the overall average is lower, is because we have family commitments that necessarily fall on us just by the natural way we are made.
It's obvious. You got breasts. You're supposed to feed the babies. It ain't a man's job to feed the babies.
It's hard to sub in for that job.
No, but
you know what? If you can feed the babies, then by golly, let me get a YouTube video of that and make millions.
But here's the thing that's driving me crazy, too. They also, look, you'll take, the most exclusive restaurant, I guess, in New York, or, let's say a place called The Palm. It's the most, and the waiter gets like $10 an hour. Because he's a waiter at the Palm, $10, and they compare that to the chick who works at Denny's, who's a waitress, and she's only making 70 cents an hour. Well, the reason is because you're working at freaking Denny's.
So you're completely correct, and the truth of it is, they've actually done a study that shows that women, because just once again, natural tendency, we are actually less likely to go in to our boss and ask for a raise. Say, we've done this, and this. We deserve a raise. We actually think twice. I'll actually go do it on behalf of my other girlfriend before I would probably have the confidence to do it for myself. Men, you guys don't care. You're going in and you're going to ask for the money because you've done this, and this. That also plays into it. So, this whole, yes, we do get paid 70 cents for a variety of reasons, but it's not because we live in a sexist society. You want to see a sexist society? Go over to Syria. Go over to Iraq. Go over to Iran. That's sexism. We are free here.
And if I remember the story of Adam and Eve, I remember God saying that Adam and Eve would be punished, and women would be punished because of what Eve did by making less money at work than men. I believe that's in the Bible somewhere.
A lot of finger pointing going on there, too.
I always blame Eve for everything, personally.
Scotty, Syria. I don't. Syria. Yesterday there was a protest. Some of the Syrian people saying, we don't want your help. You're helping the wrong people. What's going on in Syria that we need to know?
Oh, my goodness. Let's rewind back to a year ago when President Obama wanted to go in there and bomb, and they wanted to kill. Well, the people that we were going to help, are the same people right now that we're trying to kill in Iraq. This is so confusing of it. There's no game plan. The president's right. There is no strategy, and the only person who's acting like a JV team in Lakers jersey is the president. Because that's what we're dealing with, the military strategy of it. We're sitting there and we're going to give more guns, which, by the way, I think every pickup truck of every militant that's over there comes with at least 4 automatic weapons, from what I can tell. So we're going to give them more weapons that are eventually just going to be dropped and be taken over by the enemy and used against ourselves. It's truly chaos over there in a powder keg that is going to continue to erupt, because that's what it says in the Bible, to be honest with you. All of these folks, I love this. Anybody who wants to be out there and says that there's no such thing as a God, whether you're a Christian, a Jew, we all know that there is one. But the ones that are not, say there's no such thing as a God, then don't go and read Revelation, because all of this has basically been mapped out for us. It's literally falling down the lines as predicted in a book from thousands of years ago. Talking
to Scottie Hughes, a conservative journalist and chief contributor to the Tea Party News Network. She's got a book out now called Raw, The New Conservative Women Speaks Out. I want to get to the book in a second, but I just want to clarify, because Jeannie and Chris, I want you to actually hear again, because I can't. It slips through sometimes what you said, Scottie. No. What you said sometimes is that the same people that right now we're saying are the bad guys. A few months ago, they were the good guys in Syria, right?
And you're completely correct, and that was the whole call. President Obama was just going to go in there and say, oh, chemical weapons are being used, and I guess he was going to do what he's doing right now and do this air missile attack. The problem is, A, we didn't know who was actually using them, and B, the people that they were going to go against were the only things that were protecting the Christians in that country from being slaughtered. And look over at Iraq right now. The Christians have been completely exterminated. They say there's less than, 100 Christians left. Is that in Iraq? Babies, women, men, everybody is being killed because they have professed their love for Christ. And yet, those were the same people that were protecting the ones we were going to go in and kill in Syria. It made no sense, and thank God the church awoke and realized what this president was going to do, and you saw a huge PR battle, and finally people went, no, wait a minute, we don't need to go into Syria because we're going against the good guys.
No, I was like, yeah, I don't go in there. I mean, people don't go in there. The president, sometimes, a broken clock is right twice a day. So even the president, we're running out of time. We got to have you on back again. I love Scottie. I had it on Armstrong and Getty, and now on Dominick on the Air. Yeah. Scottie, your book, Roar. Tell us about it.
Oh, you've got to do it. It's exactly what this conversation right here. It's honest. It's upfront. I joke. It's like I went to my senior prom completely naked because that's how exposed I feel in it. But somebody has to say it. The problem with the Republican Party today, it's not our policies because ours are a heck of a lot better than theirs.
Right.
We just have a problem relating our policies and communicating those policies. That's all that Roar is. I talk about love. I talk about marriage, but I also talk about the environment and Obamacare and economics and the Second Amendment. I sit there and I try to relate to every male and every female, but most importantly males. And I talk about the difference between men and women and how instead of sitting here and trying to climb this ladder by stepping on men's heads, let's work together as a team. And it's not a 50-50 team. Sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 70-30. But it's a team. And as long as we can sit there and appreciate the differences, we can win. But the women of this world really to be Republicans because of one thing only we care about. That's security, offered by the Republican Party.
Let me tell you, this book, Roar, every woman should read. And you know what? Here's an idea. Mothers, get this book and give it to your daughter. Let her, before she gets to college, and the feminists get her like, no, don't shave your legs. No, don't have sex with a man. No. Just this is, by the way, honey, I'm a woman even though I have this voice. And by the way, kiss me.
Just so our listeners know.
Dominick.
Just so our listeners know, we'll have a link to Scottie's book on DominickOnTheAir.com.
Please do, and fathers buy it for your daughters. But men buy it for themselves. My male talk show hosts have loved it because, like I said, I actually give men a lot of credit in this book, saying, we held you to these, Disney princess standards, and how much that we've been influenced by pop culture just in love. So wouldn't that make you think that they'd also influence you in politics as well?
Scottie, real quick, I got to tell you, I'm married. We have 2 boys. My wife was sick this last week, and I had to play Mr. Mom. And honestly, don't know how y'all do it. I mean,
you were ready to get back to work.
I'm like, get me out of this house.
Please, God, let me go to work. I understand. Trust me.
Yeah, no. So I don't think you can put a price on what mothers do. It's insane.
Yes, this is what I say to people. Like, I love Doogie Howser and his boyfriend, and they're married and they're having kids. But listen, when you're two gay guys getting married, you're saying, and you're raising children and having children, you're saying a woman has no value. A woman has no value, because if a woman had value and you were doing what's best for the kid, Doogie Howser, you'd get married to a woman. But okay, you don't have to get married to a woman if you're gay. I love the gays, but listen, just maybe you shouldn't be. It's not good for the kid to be raised by two unicorns. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my. I
apologize. Sally Hughes, thank you so much for being on the show. We'll talk to you again. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Anytime.
Take care.